Across the South Coast, live from Solent University, you're listening to Solent Sports News.
Good afternoon, it's 3 o'clock. I'm Louis Moore with your Solent Sports News headlines. First up, after talks with former Leeds boss Jesse March broke down and a debut win in management against Chelsea on Saturday, Ruben Sellers has been appointed as the Southampton boss until the end of the season. The appointment comes after the Premier League's bottom club sacked Nathan Jones after just 95 days in charge earlier this month. The Spaniards' second game, however, won't come easy as they face Javi Garcia's Leeds this Saturday in what could be an all-decided game at the bottom of the table. Looking ahead to the game, the new Saints boss has stated his team can carry their momentum through.
I honestly don't think too much about it. I think it's about us and about our performance and how good we can be. So if they won, it's better for them. We will go and hunt the next game against Leeds, and then if everybody wants to beat this team, they need to be really, really good and on their best day, because we are going to put them the things really, really hard.
In the studio now, we are joined by Southampton reporter Evan Clem. Evan, what is the mood at Southampton like at the moment?
Very positive compared to the Nathan Jones era, if you want to call it that. It's definitely more positive. The fans are on board with the new manager, so it's looking good.
Yeah, and just previewing the game on Saturday, it's a massive game, both sides struggling. What do you think is going to happen?
I think it'll be a tough match. Both teams obviously desperate for the 3 points. I think Southampton should, based on last performance and how long they've had with their new manager compared to Leeds, who only got his work permit this morning, should come away with the 3 points. Ellen Road's a difficult place to go though, so it could go either way.
And if you do get those 3 points that you so desperately desire, do you think that does help Southampton's hopes of staying in the Premier League, or do you think they're dead and buried already?
I thought they were dead and buried before the Chelsea game, but if you can go and beat a Big Six team and then pick up points against a relegation rival, then I can't see why we can't stay in the league and keep the momentum going and picking up points in other games.
Perfect. Thank you, Evan. There's more good news for Newcastle supporters as they prepare for their first final in 24 years. Fan favourite Miguel Almiron has signed a new deal with the club, which will see him through until 2026. The Paraguayan has impressed this season, earning himself a Player of the Month award in November, whilst also scoring 10 goals for the Magpies. Stay with us because at 4 o'clock our reporters will be building up the Carabao Cup final. Here's a little snippet now.
It's a huge game for both sets of supporters. Man United looking to end 6 years without a trophy. That's obviously a very long time for them. And I think there's just a really good atmosphere around the club at the moment, and this would sort of seal it for them.
Head of Player Engagement at Kick It Out, Troy Townsend, visited Solent University this week to speak to students about the importance of the campaign and how it affects football.
I said that every time I speak up and speak out, I question whether I still have a job. So every time I criticise and say the Premier League have got to do better, the FA have got to do better, whatever, the Super League has got to do, I get criticised. And I feel that, right, I'm strong enough in my own convictions and beliefs that I understand what has happened and I want to talk on behalf of those people. So I put my job at risk. If it was on the street, it would be a hate crime.
Cricket now. England are currently facing host South Africa in the Women's World Cup semi-finals day in Newlands. England reached the last 4 unbeaten and will be hoping for form of the likes of Nat Siver-Brun and Sophia Dunkley to continue. Either team will face the stiff test of the 5-time winners Australia on Sunday. England and Southern Braves all-rounder Danny Wyatt says the squad are in a relaxed mood.
Everyone's feeling really confident and, more importantly, really chilled. I think, semi-final, business end of the tournament, it's really important to be calm and really clever and smart about the way you're going to go out and play.
South Africa finished on 164 for 4 at the end of their 20 overs, and England are currently 53 for 2 after 2 quick wickets in reply. England's cricketers ended day 1 of the second test with New Zealand on a healthy 315 for 3 thanks to a pair of Yorkshire batsmen. Root ended the day on 101 with Brooke 184 not out. After starting his career with 400s in his first 6 tests, Brooke is remaining level-headed about his success.
There could be a bad moment around the corner and anything could happen. So yeah, enjoy the moments and enjoy the good moments. But we've still got another 4 days yet to play, and hopefully I can be a vital part of it tomorrow.
Now to rugby, and it's been an eventful week off the pitch for Wales. Saturday's Six Nation game in Cardiff was in doubt, with players threatening not to play because of a dispute with Welsh rugby bosses over contracts. But the Welsh Rugby Union and Wales squad players have reached a compromise on some key issues and will be ready to play England. Elsewhere, Italy face Ireland and France square off with high-flying Scotland. Now to boxing, Jake Paul and Tommy Fury will finally settle their differences in the ring this Sunday. After a number of cancellations and years of build-up, the pair are both in Saudi Arabia ready for their bout this weekend. Many boxing fans have labelled the fight as just entertainment, but it's understood that the pay-per-view could be in the millions when the influencer and former Love Island contestant face off. Meanwhile, in local boxing, Valentino Marcu prepares for his first professional fight at the O2 Academy in Bournemouth. Here he is previewing his fight.
Yes, I'm fighting someone from Birmingham.
A very quick preview there, but at 4 o'clock we'll have more on the bout. That's all from us for now. I'll be back in an hour with more sporting headlines, and at the same time we'll have packages, previews and live reports across a variety of sporting events. In the meantime, remember you can keep up to date on our website, solentjournalism.co.uk.